Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into one single, really explosive issue of a comic series that just masterfully crafts this terrifying reversal about character, morality, that thin line between good and evil when the whole script gets flipped. The issue opens with Apocalypse. I mean, a name synonymous with ruthless evolution, making this declaration that just sends shivers down your spine. He's not just boasting, he's asserting dominance. He claims mutants have taken Manhattan as their new capital.
And here's the real kicker.
Yeah.
He proudly states it was done without a single casualty initially.
Which, for Apocalypse, that almost sounds, I don't know, restrained.
It's weird, right? For a split second, yeah.
Sure.
Very unsettling. But that fleeting hint of restraint, it just shatters instantly. Apocalypse declares, this mercy ends now. And promises the outright slaughter of humans from that moment on.
It's not just war, is it? It's a terrifying shift from conquest straight to annihilation, making it clear humanity's fate is, well, it's no longer its own.
Yeah.
Now, what really struck me reading this, and the source material highlights it, is that critical detail. Apocalypse isn't even under the inversion spell himself.
Exactly.
He's just exploiting the X-Men's corruption and all the global chaos to push his own pre-existing agenda. How does that specific twist kind of deepen his villainy for you?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's totally key to understanding the nuance here. Because while so many other characters are, victims of circumstance, their core morality warped.
Right.
Apocalypse is acting from pure, calculated malevolence. His evil is entirely self-generated. It's not influenced by external magic.
Which makes him arguably the scariest figure in this whole inverted mess.
I think so. He's not being forced to do bad things. He's just seeing a golden opportunity to accelerate his ultimate goal.
Which is?
The completion of his gene bomb, a device that could rewrite humanity's genetic code. And it's now looming as this existential threat over the entire planet.
We then see the inversion pop up in these totally startling ways, even among the villains themselves.
Yeah, like with Mystique.
We pivot from this huge global threat to a surprisingly intimate scene back at the villain's headquarters. You'd expect, I don't know, chaos, betrayal.
Maybe some gloating?
Yeah, right. But instead, we find Mystique, the notoriously selfish, manipulative shapeshifter calling for counsel. That's a real head-scratcher, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And she's not just calling for counsel. She's delivering this impassioned warning.
What does she say?
She declares that Apocalypse's path will lead to ruin, that's going to destroy everything Professor Xavier ever fought for.
From Mystique.
I know. This is the inversion in full, undeniable effect.
Yeah.
Mystique, the cunning shapeshifter, suddenly pleading for peace, showing genuine concern for Xavier's legacy.
It's wild.
Even her own kids recognize it's out of character for her.
Yeah.
That tells you how deep this shift goes.
The source highlights she truly becomes the voice of reason here, trying to pull people back from the edge. But her warning, tragically, it just falls on deaf ears. They're too far gone.
Yeah, exactly. Rogue's response is just brutal, unthinking force. She carries Mystique high into the sky and just drops her, clearly intending to kill her.
Jeez.
It's desperate. But then another typically monstrous villain, Sabretooth, swoops in. He saves Mystique, takes out Nightcrawler and Rogue with startling ease, and escapes with her into the sewers. It's a moment that just completely upends your expectations.
What's truly remarkable here, though, is how this inversion reveals this unexpected moral compass. Even in the most villainous characters, it suggests this deeper potential for good, even if it's only temporary.
That's a key takeaway, I think.
Okay, so while Mystique reveals this surprising capacity for virtue, another familiar face, Tony Stark, spirals into a totally different kind of darkness.
Oh yeah, Ironman.
We find Tony Stark, the brilliant industrialist back at Stark Industries, completely consumed by his inverted nature.
He really is. And his extremist app, that powerful bioenhancement tech he once championed.
Yeah.
It's now so in demand for its corrupting influence that people are actually committing crimes just to get it. It sparks this citywide crime wave.
He's just drowning in his own corruption. And when Daredevil confronts him about the crime wave,
Tony just dismissively waves it off. Says it's simply capitalism at work. The strong prosper, the weak pay the price.
It's not just arrogance, is it? It's this terrifyingly elitist worldview, completely stripped bare of any responsibility.
The inversion has just obliterated Tony's empathy. All that's left is this unbridled greed and narcissism. He doesn't see people as citizens to protect anymore.
They're just consumers to exploit.
Exactly.
It's such a chilling vision of unchecked power, especially when you combine it with his intellect. And it escalates so fast.
It really does. When Daredevil pushes back, Tony doesn't just call security.
No, he unleashes his suit.
Yeah.
And reveals he's enhanced his own body, moving with this unnatural speed.
And that line,
Yeah.
fast right.
Yeah.
It's not just the armor anymore. It really blurs the line between man and machine.
And between human and monster.
Totally. And then, without a flicker of hesitation,
He hurls Daredevil off a balcony just like that.
it's a brutal, callous act. It just underscores how completely his moral code is evaporated. This inverted Tony Stark. He really embodies the dark mirror of unchecked corporate greed and privilege.
It shows the terrifying consequences when empathy isn't just diminished, it's eradicated. It's fascinating how this particular inversion just amplifies a shadow aspect of his old character, the arrogance, the self-importance, and twists it into pure exploitation. Okay, now, let's journey to Latveria. For maybe the most profound, most unexpected reversal of them all, Dr. Doom's redemption.
Oh, this is huge.
Picture it. Doom delivers a speech unlike anything we've ever heard from the infamous tyrant. He admits to a lifelong lie. How he exploited his nation, imperiled his people, all for his own selfish purposes. The weight of that confession from him, it's staggering.
It's this unprecedented moment of vulnerability. He actually says, the burden of great bleakness is gone. The egotism that drove me is gone with it. I am not above you. I am flawed, imperfect, and under the eyes of God, merely a man.
Wow, those are not the words of Dr. Doom, the supreme ruler.
Not at all. It's like a man stripped bare by this inversion, finally confronting his true self.
And then the mask.
Yeah. In a truly dramatic moment, he removes his iconic mask, declaring, "Look upon my true face."
It's such a staggering act of honesty from a character known for his impenetrable facade, his absolute control. It's like the inversion just ripped away his pride and forced him to really see himself.
This moment of raw truth,
Yeah.
it's immediately shattered.
Wanda Maximoff arrives.
Right. And she is absolutely furious, accusing Doom of manipulating her powers, turning the world against her, leading to this immediate, powerful attack.
So Doom has to defend himself.
He does. He insists on his newfound redemption, but he refuses to just lie down and accept a false accusation.
And then Wanda, she targets the civilians.
She does. In her rage, she unleashes this devastating spell towards Latvian civilians, and Doom, without a second thought.
He throws himself in the way.
A completely selfless, heroic act.
But just before it hits, poof, he vanishes. Saved by Quicksilver, who tells Magneto that Wanda's basically possessed.
Immediately afterwards, Wanda, completely lost to this dark influence, lashes out at her own family.
Strangling her father, Magneto, and her brother Quicksilver.
Yeah. It's brutal. This whole arc with Doom, it offers this fascinating glimpse into the possibility of radical transformation, even for the most hardened villains.
But it also shows the true, brutal cost of seeking redemption in a world where everything's tearing apart.
Exactly. And how the inversion can drag others into even deeper, more destructive darkness.
It's just a roller coaster of emotion and morality. Okay, from those weighty matters of redemption and possession, let's turn to the gods themselves.
Specifically, the god of thunder.
Right. We find Thor not valiantly defending the innocent, but in Las Vegas, wallowing in pure debauchery.
Yeah, it's quite the scene. Gambling with stolen money, indulging recklessly, a far cry from the noble hero we know. And in another fascinating inversion, his brother, Loki, the god of mischief, actually tries to intervene. Loki, of all people, suggests Mjolnir could clear his brother's mind. He even makes this rare, heartfelt admission. "I'm only trying to help because I love you."
You almost don't know what to do with sincerity coming from Loki.
I know, it's enough to make you do a double take.
Yeah.
But Thor, well, he's no longer worthy. He abandoned Mjolnir on the moon earlier.
Ah, right.
And his response to Loki's plea is just brutally cruel. He rejects Loki, calls his love misplaced,
And then attacks him.
strikes him down in a shocking display of inverted malice.
Jeez. Is that it for Loki?
Just as Thor raises his fist for another potentially fatal blow, a surprising hero intervenes.
Ooh.
Spider-Man
Spider-Man saves Loki.
swings in, pulls Loki away to safety, once again highlighting how the roles have completely flipped and how desperate the situation really is. And later, we see Loki aboard a jet, and he's just voicing this profound despair and confusion.
Trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah, he's trying to understand this upside-down world where nothing fits. He laments, "They've all gone extremely crazy. I've gone extremely crazy." He feels genuinely lost.
And here's where it gets really interesting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Loki's musing about being left with only Spider-Man, Nomad, and Steve Rogers to stop the inverted Avengers and X-Men.
But Steve shakes his head. He opens a door.
And reveals
That all the villains from Genosha, the ones previously considered irredeemable, they are also affected by the spell.
meaning they're now on the side of good.
Exactly. It's this mind-bending reveal that just shatters any remaining simplistic notions of morality.
Oh.
It absolutely is. Because when the entire moral compass of a world is scrambled like this, who do you trust? Who becomes the hero and why?
It forces us as listeners to rethink those easy labels of good and evil and consider that allegiance virtue. Maybe it's all just circumstantial sometimes.
Pretty much. And even in his inverted goodness, Loki still wants to rush to Thor's aid, driven by that newfound family love.
But Sabretooth steps in.
Yeah, Sabretooth, in his own inverted moral clarity, gives him this stark reminder. Apocalypse and his gene bomb are the immediate looming threat.
The bigger picture.
The larger global catastrophe takes precedence over personal loyalty, even for the god of mischief. It's this powerful moment of strategic realism from a very unexpected source.
By the end of this single issue, Apocalypse is closer than ever to unleashing his gene bomb.
Tony Stark has become this monstrous embodiment of unchecked greed.
Dr. Doom revealed his true face in a profound bid for redemption, only to face Wanda's fury.
And Wanda's lost possession. Her powers unleashed in these devastating familial ways.
And the gods themselves are at war, brother turning on brother.
Heroes and villains alike are inverted. Their identities fractured, roles completely reversed. The X-Men and Avengers, they're not just divided, they're actively at war with each other.
Past alliances shattered.
And new, unimaginable ones forged out of pure necessity. This single issue paints such a vivid, unsettling picture of a world turned completely upside down. So what does this all mean for you, listening? When the most unlikely figures become voices of reason or agents of change?
Yeah. When the inherent potential for good and evil within us is so drastically exposed by a spell, what does that reveal about the fundamental fragility of identity?
What does it truly take to define a hero or a villain when the script is completely flipped?
And the entire world is forced to confront its own inverted reflection.
Something to ponder until our next deep dive.